Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. And today, guys, it's 4 a.m. in the morning here in Italy where I'm based to keep you updated on the transfer market because it's 1 day and a half to the end of the window and it's gonna be really interesting to see what's gonna happen next. And so let's jump into some details. Let's jump into the stories and let's clarify what's going on with the future of several players. Let me start with Ademola Lookman because the big surprise of the night is coming from Italy. Yes, because Juventus have signed Jérémie Boga from Nice on loan deal with buy option. Napoli are expected to sign Alisson Santos from Sporting, but the big story is on the Nigerian player, former African Ballon d'Or, the player who really made history at Atalanta and is going to leave the club now, is Ademola Lookman, set for his next move. Because despite a really important proposal from Fenerbahce, imagine that Fenerbahce offered him overnight, so a few hours ago, something around 8 million euros net salary plus 3.5 in add-ons. So the total package for the salary of Ademola Lookman as Fenerbahce was going to be 11.5 million euros net per season. Ademola Lookman has decided to join Atlético Madrid. The here we go is coming. Because Lookman has informed all parties involved in this story, Atalanta, but also obviously Fenerbahce and the same Atlético Madrid. After having all the possibilities on the table, Lookman decides to go to Atlético Madrid. Still waiting for the formal steps. So the moment is a verbal agreement. Of course, in the next hours, Lookman, his agents will talk to Atlético Madrid to receive the formal contracts and try to get it done, but in terms of verbal agreement, is agreed, is ready. Ademola Lookman set to join Diego Simeone at Atlético Madrid, and this would be for sure a huge signing. Then guys, more exclusive updates. Let me start telling you something on Liverpool. I wanted to say, first of all, 4 a.m. in the morning here in Italy, what I'm understanding is that for Denzel Dumfries, at the moment the deal with Inter is, again, as I told you in all the videos, there was a conversation, but it's not advancing. No bid, no talks, nothing really concrete, just a conversation for Dumfries. I still think Liverpool will try to bring in a new right back, a new defender, so Liverpool are in conversation with some options, I will tell you more. But also, important to say, for Curtis Jones, Liverpool are not giving the green light to Inter. So at the moment, the deal remains completely blocked. Also because of the renewal, because Liverpool were not gonna let Curtis Jones leave on loan with buy option with only 1 year left on his contract. So at the moment, there is no agreement to extend his contract. So let's see what's gonna happen, if they can agree on a new deal or not. But everything blocked for Curtis Jones and Denzel Dumfries. Liverpool still working on different options for a new defender. And then there is the future. And the name I wanted to mention here is once again the name of Jeremy Jac. Because now some confirmation is starting to arrive. But remember how many times I told you here on the channel, big battle for Jeremy Jac. In the media was only Chelsea. But Chelsea are still there. And Chelsea remain there for Jeremy Jac. But there is also Liverpool. Chelsea and Liverpool are in a battle for Jeremy Jac. There are also more clubs calling, so the situation of Jeremy Jac remains open, but soon will be sorted. Liverpool and Chelsea have made both their interest very clear to the player and to Rennes. The deal is not for now, remember, the deal would be closed now, but for season 26-27, so from the summer. The negotiation is ongoing with player camp, and the negotiation is ongoing also with Rennes. But both Liverpool and Chelsea are in conversation for Jeremy Jac. It's not only Chelsea, it's both clubs battling to make it happen. Trust me, I told you several times, this is a serious battle, and let's see what's going to happen there. So let's follow the situation for Jeremy Jac, and I can tell you that more clubs are calling, not only Bayern. Bayern is very unlikely because the boy wants to go to Premier League. So let's see what's going to happen there. Then, on Chelsea, guys, important updates. Tyrique George close to joining Everton. Exclusive story from the afternoon, the deal is very close. Initial loan with a buy option clause. So Tyrique George could leave Chelsea. More Chelsea movements. For Aaron Anselmino, it's done. Anselmino will not go back to Borussia Dortmund. Chelsea recalled him. Then in Germany today we had some rumors, maybe he can go back to Borussia Dortmund. No, he's not going back to Borussia Dortmund. Chelsea are very annoyed with the Borussia Dortmund comments in public. People at Borussia Dortmund commented about Anselmino in the recent weeks and months saying about the intention to buy him on a permanent transfer and these kind of things. Chelsea always considered Anselmino as part of their project for the long term. And so they were not happy with those comments, and this is why they decided to recall Anselmino. So going back to Borussia Dortmund was never a concrete option, and he's not going back to Borussia Dortmund. There was a Premier League club trying to sign Anselmino in these days of the January transfer window, but this is not going to happen. And now Anselmino, according to my information, exclusive update, is going to Strasbourg on loan from Chelsea. The deal is almost agreed. What's going to happen at Chelsea? Mamadou Sarr, the Senegalese defender who won the AFCON with Senegal, could go to Chelsea. The internal conversation is taking place for Mamadou Sarr to go back to Chelsea. They are assessing the situation at Chelsea, deciding, obviously remember that Chelsea and Strasbourg have the same ownership, Blueco Group, and so they are coordinating the situation. But this is the story for Anselmino and for Mamadou Sarr. Anselmino is going to Strasbourg, while for Sarr there is an internal discussion at Chelsea to bring him back to the club. More to say, guys, on two stories. Bruno Fernandes, there were some reports around on Bruno Fernandes offering himself to Real Madrid. Forget about that. Not true. This is not happening. Absolutely not happening. Why? Because Bruno never offered himself to Real Madrid. That story was completely fake. So Bruno is fully focused on Man United. Nothing is happening in January. Then in the summer we will see, because I'm sure from Saudi they will return for Bruno Fernandes. But let's see, because at the moment Bruno is not entertaining conversations. It's just interest from Saudi. But Bruno's focus is completely on Manchester United. So from Saudi they wanted him in the last 3 years, but that's it. They didn't send any fresh proposal, and Bruno already said no several times. So in the summer we will see if they will return. But with Real Madrid, Bruno never offered himself to Real Madrid. Trust me, I don't know where this story was coming from, but it's not happening. And then, just to finish on Manchester United, guys, many questions on Marcus Rashford. Could he return to Man United at the end of the season? What's going to happen? Guys, it's too early to say that, because at the moment we still don't know what kind of Man United will be. Many links with Tyrique and all the rest. Tyrique really appreciates Marcus Rashford, that's for sure. But my understanding is that at the moment it's still early, because Barcelona told Marcus Rashford, his brother, his camp, we want you to stay here. We want Marcus to continue here beyond this season. So Barca would continue with Rashford. They are very happy with Rashford, and Rashford is happy there. But then there is the financial part, 30 million euros by option clause, and we have to see what kind of Man United will be at the end of the season. Who's going to be the coach? Is Carrick staying? What Man United want to do? So there are many things to clarify before saying, okay, this is happening or this is not happening. Barcelona want to keep Rashford, for sure, but we have to see financially what happens, and then what kind of Man United there will be on the other side. So guys, on this and all the rest, let me know your opinion. As always, here in the comments, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, guys, because as you can see, there are videos always coming with all the updates on international football. Remember also to subscribe to the channel, send in your comments, I'm reading you, and I will see you soon.